Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I have another heroics video for you. This time we are in the Halls of Valor. Now, I haven't posted in about 5 days because I've been just really busy with some work, but I should be pretty good for videos. I will be having a Resident Evil, like the demo video coming up, and hopefully I can get into the Mythic Court of Stars and the Archway because those are the last two dungeons that I need. Okay, so we are on Heimdall. Heimdall uses his Horn of Valor to call in storm drakes to breathe lightning on the platform. As the fight progresses, the number of drakes called by the Horn of Valor increases. Damage dealers. Avoid standing near Dancing Blade, which is that blade on the ground right now. Do not be in front of Heimdall as he casts Bloodletting Sweep without warning, so just never stand in front of him. Beware the sky as the storm drakes strafe across the platform, leaving a static field. We only have to move once because of the drakes, but they'll be out in the distance between like the pillars. For healers, you want to also avoid the Dancing Blade, never be in front of him, watch for storm drakes. Same thing for tanks, except for you want to make sure you face Heimdall away from the group so nobody gets hit by the Bloodletting Sweep, and also beware of the storm drakes. Pretty simple fight, because as I said, we only had to move once, though we were taking some pretty heavy damage throughout the dungeon, but we only wiped once, and that was on the final boss, just because, we didn't kill one ad. Also, what it doesn't mention in the Adventure Journal is you want to watch out for those tornadoes, but they're really easy to miss, they're pretty far spread out, and there isn't that many. And then as the fight progresses, as I said, there will be more drakes, and I think they're only on, if you're looking at where Heimdall stands, with the right side. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. That's just where I see them go whenever they spawn in to breathe the static. As you can see, he does another Valor, and then in just a couple seconds, or maybe it's that side, it is that side, you'll see the dragons fly in, they will do their static, the tornadoes will shoot from both sides, because for whatever reason. Okay, so we're on Hyra. Before we get into the actual boss fight, there are two people that you're going to have to kill. This guy and another guy. So you want to interrupt that seething light. It can be interrupt. And then he will do this spell. And you will see those, I guess, orb type things come out. Don't get hit by him. It looked like I got hit by it, but I didn't see me lose any health really. Maybe that little bit was it. These aren't the boss fight. So don't think, oh, wow, I'm killing it really quick. This is going to be an easy fight. His power, not the seething light, but his orb thing, and the other guy's power, which we'll see when we go to him, will be like infused with the boss. So she could use either one depending on where she's standing. We'll get more into that when the fight progresses. So I'm going to go ahead and skip to the other guy. Okay, so we are on to the second guy. He does something different than the other guy. He is more of like the void guy. So he'll do the Eye of the Storm type thing, and you'll want to stand in the orb, and you won't take any damage from the cast of the spell, but standing in the orb does do damage, as you can see right there. Briefly, it's at about 182,000, but our, ridiculous health, like 2,000k on just my warrior, it's not that big of a deal. My Blood Strike, or Bloodthirst, that's what it's called, can heal it besides the 82,000, so it's not that big of a deal. You'll get him down pretty quick, just like the other guy, and then that's where the real fight starts, the boss fight. Okay, so Hyra becomes empowered by Olmir, the Enlightened, or Solstin, depending upon which mystic she is closest to. As she becomes empowered, she is granted particular abilities that grow in power over time. Moving her out of range of a mystic slowly reduces the mystic's empowerment. So, damage dealers, you want to move away from other players when affected by Expel Light. While Hyra has Mystic Empowerment, Thunder, be prepared to stand in the little safe zone. And then when she has the other Mystic's power, you just want to watch out for the orbs. Healers, move away from Expel Light, or other players from Expel Light. Be prepared for the little orb, or the little, the black orb, or the light orbs. And tanks, you want to move between the two mystics so she doesn't get extremely overpowered. Guess what? We don't do that in this, so we almost die. And then also, while Hyra has either one, you know what to do. Either stand in the dark orb or run away from the light orbs. So A good example of why you should move, as you're about to see, she has way too many stacks on. I think I got a pop Rallying Cry. I might actually have to heal myself. No, because I accidentally clicked it. Pop Rallying Cry, it gets really, really close here, guys. Like, I'm almost dead. The healer was almost... Oh, okay. The healer did die. I didn't even notice that last time. I almost died. The tank almost dies. Shit is bad. Please, if you're in a group, especially on Mythic, you're going to want to be bouncing in between. I think I heard something about like at 7 stacks you want to switch. Maybe 5 or 7, not really sure which one. Okay, so we are now going to the boss Fenrir. You want to follow those foot tracks, but I think he's in the same place every time. So you can go ahead and kind of follow where we go. We just try to minimize the stuff we have to fight, so we don't have to fight the dragon or those yaks. But you will have to fight these guys right here. Watch out, because they do some kind of like power shot, which ended up killing the tank, and they will disengage away kind of. So be prepared for that. I think you should kill them before this guy, because he didn't seem to be doing nearly as much damage as the other ones. Like, as you can see, our tank got like half health in one shot. So be prepared for that. Try to kill the archers as quick as possible, and I'll go ahead and skip to when we're done fighting. Alright, so you want to come back here, and in between the trees, you will see the boss. Fenrir leaps and shreds his enemies, eventually retreating to his den after becoming wounded. Damage dealers, avoid standing near allies targeted during the Ravenous Leap, run away from Fenrir when affected with Scent of Blood, and melee damage dealers should help split the damage between Claw Frenzy. Healers, avoid standing near the players with Ravenous Leap, and run away if you have Scent of Blood. Tanks, same thing with Ravenous Leap, but also you want to help split with the Claw Frenzy. In the Adventure Journal, it doesn't say anything about the Scent of Blood, so I don't think he targets tanks, which is kind of good, kind of bad, because tanks are probably the ones that can handle the damage. So he'll do that little growl, and I don't think he really does much else besides maybe summoning some wolves to help him fight. As you can see, he only hit one guy and then ran away. You have to follow his blood trail to figure out where he goes. You will have to fight a couple of wolves. I'm not really sure if you can kind of, wiggle your way through without needing to. But you don't want to accidentally kite the boss into them, because during Scent of Blood, you can't slow him down, and you can't really run too far if you didn't kill any of the packs. So you really want to kill them. I suggest killing the ones we're killing now, killing the 3 up ahead, and then if you look to the left, there'll be another pack. Go ahead and kill them too. Not those right up there. There's like right next to the road. There should be 1 or 2. So go ahead and kill all of them. And he is licking his wounds, by the way, I should mention, which just gives him a heal. He doesn't heal to full health. We end up actually fighting him by the time he's done with his licking wounds, so he got that heal on him. As you can see up there is the 1 wolf. I thought it was more, but it's just 1. So go ahead and kill him too. Okay, so this is when I think the hard part of the fight really starts, because this is when he starts doing his Scent of Blood, which I'm assuming is going to do a lot of damage. There he goes. He summoned the ads. Go ahead and kill them. You could probably just AoE them down. They don't have too much health. Make sure you watch out for the Ravenous Leap. And then basically nuke him down. I think he only got... Yeah, he got off 2 Scent of Bloods. There it is. As you can see, he's running at full speed. I tried to slow him down. It did not work, but it doesn't last too long. So if you have any kind of movement increase, do it. Or maybe if you see a buddy that needs it, like you're a druid or something, go ahead and do it. What you can do if you're a paladin, which I didn't even think about, pretty smart, might really help in like the high mythic pluses, is you can bop yourself and it won't do any damage to you. Right at the end, he got the 2nd Scent of Blood off. The pally starts running, bops himself. That's it. He doesn't take any damage. The wolf then stays on him, so then nobody's taking any damage. Pretty good tactic. So he may be really, paladins might be really good at this fight on mythic pluses. Alright, we're on to God King Scovald, which that would be a really cool title, God King. Blizzard, make it happen. God King Scovald battles the party for control of the Aegis of Agrimar. Players may wrest the Aegis from Scovald's grasp, and use it to defend against his ultimate attacks. As you can see, there's the shield. He begins to cast Ragnarok. Stand behind it, you won't take any damage. Now as you can see, he is on the other side with us of the shield, but it still counts. He will then go over to grab it, and he'll do some kind of like overload thing. Get behind him, start doing some damage, you should be fine. Take out the adds. Whenever you see adds, take them out as quick as possible. Also watch out because depending on where you're standing, you'll get that debuff. I think it might just be if you stand near them, because there's nothing on the ground, as you can see, for a debuff. Then again, my graphics are basically on non-existent, so maybe they're just there and I can't see them. Damage dealers, avoid standing too close to allies while he casts his Fellblaze Rush. That way, multiple people don't get hit. I don't even think those are full words right there. Also, rely on the protective shield of the Aegis during Ragnarok, of course. I'm not sure who gets Ragnarok, or not Ragnarok, the shield. But it seemed like the tank got it more, so maybe it just goes to the tank. Or I guess now it's on the DPS. So I think you might have to pick it up. So communication is key for this thing. You don't want a bunch of people trying to grab it at once and then screwing up. Healers, same thing, hide behind the shield, avoid standing too close. Tanks, use active mitigation for the Savage Blade, and then rely on the protection of the shield. Not too horrible. As long as you got the shield down and you're killing adds, you should be a-okay. Alright, time to fight Big Daddy himself, Odin. Odin challenges players to honorable combat. When a player would die, they are instead removed from the fight by Odin's Valkyrie. Upon being reduced to 80% of his health, Odin is convinced the player's worth and ends the fight. Damage dealers, when affected by Runic Brand, look at the floor and run to the matching ruin. Avoid Spears of Light and Glowing Fragments, and run away from Odin to avoid the Radiant Tempest, which is happening right now. Which this is actually why we wiped, because we all, I basically couldn't get to the ad, and then nobody else was killing him, and I never did this fight, and I didn't have time to read, so I just figured we didn't really have to. Not the smartest thing. I went back on them, but by that time we all took so much damage. Those little orbs right there stun you. I couldn't even get to the N. I think we all got screwed here. Luckily, you don't actually die. I just wanted to show you this, that's why I didn't cut it. You get taken here. When the fight's completely over, that disappears. You jump down, and you talk to him again. Okay, so we are back. I now have a symbol on me. As you can see, it looks like an H. And you see that? That's what happens when you go to the wrong side. You just get thrown out. When you do get it right, you'll get that buff. And you basically do increase damage and stuff. It's a really good buff, so make sure you get to the ruins in time. You have 12 seconds to get to them, so there really is no excuse to not get to them. Also, watch the AoEs on the floor. You'll see the swirly thingies, and then a sword will appear. And then from those swords, those little orbs will shoot around. He will summon more adds, kill him. I got stunned and then gripped, so that was kind of fucking annoying. Luckily, Heroic Leap is a thing. Healers, Runic Brand, avoid the shit, run out of AoE, same thing with tank. There's a lot of overlapping. Luckily, that means less Photoshop for me. And then you'll keep killing him, and good thing you only have to go to 80% because holy shit, could you imagine if you had to go to even 70 or 50? It'd be hell. Luckily, I did get the same symbol twice, so that was just luck. I don't think you'll get it twice every time. That would be stupid if you did, but 12 seconds, no problem at all. There you go, 80% done. He'll become good. You get all of your loot. A-okay, job well done. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all next time.